What's up, everybody? So I was actually supposed to post this video yesterday, but I ended up going out and hanging out with some of my friends and stuff. So it got delayed a day. I'm sorry about that, but sometimes just I don't work ahead, which I should, but sometimes I just forget, and I didn't have the video already uploaded or recorded, uploaded, and all that just to get set to go live that day. So sorry about that. I apologize, but from here on out, it'll be every other day a video will come out. We're going to be covering free agency extremely heavily for this next month up until March, and then this month will be spent covering the possibilities for free agents, and then March will be spent covering the free agents we actually get, roundups, cap space, all of that fun stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of more educated videos on this channel. Last offseason, I didn't really put too much thought into it. I think I was doing a video a week at that point. It didn't feel the same as it does now. It feels like a hobby. It doesn't feel like a job anymore. I love doing this. So thank you guys so much for the support. Regardless of that, I'm going to be doing, like I said, free agency stuff after this, but I wanted to talk about this. I did this video last year, reasons for this Saints fans to be excited for the 2019 season. So we're going to do it again, but for 2020 this time, of course, because that is the new year. So the first thing I'd like to start off with in this video is better play calling. Now, a lot of the problems that Saints fans were having last year were with play calling. As stated by Sean Payton himself, Sean Payton limited this team's potential through questionable play calling at times. There were a lot of things wrong with play calling this year, but one major detriment, major detriment that most Saints fans noticed was the lack of run plays being called. When asked in the Discord for reasons to be excited, Wyatt BDV said that the use of Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray in the correct manner excited him the most, and I can definitely see why. Latavius Murray proved to be a 100% starting caliber running back, putting up 637 yards and 5 touchdowns on 136 carries. He averaged 4.4 yards per carry, but he could have done so much more. The misuse of our running back committee by Sean Payton was the biggest hit to this team all year. Alvin Kamara was also misused, but we won't bash Sean too much there because Alvin was battling injury all year. It just really bothered me seeing Alvin Kamara get thrown into situations that no running back in the entire league can handle. It was absolutely insane. You'd see Alvin Kamara get thrown on an island against 2 corners, a safety, and a linebacker every single play. What is he supposed to do? I understand he has a very big knack for breaking tackles, but at some point it just becomes impossible. Alvin Kamara seemed to excel a lot when he, ran up the middle because teams weren't expecting it. This entire year, the pitches and the passes and the runs to him on the outside were sniffed out every single time. Better play calling this year will definitely bolster up our run game. With that being said, Sean Payton owned up for once in his life. What we can be excited about is the implementation of our run offense more this season. More. It has been stated that running the ball will be a focus this year, one of the main priorities, and that gets goosebumps going for me. These 2 running backs have so much potential that I literally cannot wait to see be unleashed. Latavius Murray, that 637 yards, I believe, was his 3rd best season in his entire career. And it's not that he just hasn't been a good running back. He has always been part of a running back committee. Dalvin Cook came in, and we all seen what happened. Latavius Murray, when given opportunity, can excel. We just need to give him those opportunities. Him splitting with Alvin Kamara and them being used in a proper ground and pound way will definitely bolster this team's chances of going to the Super Bowl, and that's what I'm excited for. Sean Payton has stated that running the ball will be a focus this year, so that just gets me extremely excited. I cannot wait to watch Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray work. The next thing I would like to talk about is who the picture is on the screen right now, the return of Marcus Davenport and Sheldon Rankins, but we won't be covering Sheldon Rankins as much, but we will be going deep on Marcus Davenport. The 2 biggest injuries that led to the New Orleans Saints' downfall were Marcus Davenport and Sheldon Rankins. In the 49ers game, we lost both of these players for the rest of the season. I know Marcus Davenport got out with a foot injury, and those foot injuries have been concerning because he has had a few of them throughout throughout his career. Sheldon Rankins is a 100% proven pass rusher that we can rely on. Marcus Davenport, though, we don't really know his ceiling. One thing I do know is that the amount of potential that Marcus Davenport has shown so far has been extremely promising. In 12 games this season, Marcus Davenport notched 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 35 pressures on the quarterback. He was having an extremely promising season, one that could have ended up with him securing that double-digit sack milestone, but it just didn't happen because it got cut short. Do you want to know something crazy? I know that Pro Football Focus is not gospel, but Cameron Jordan was rated a 87.6 on Pro Football Focus. Do you want to know Marcus Davenport's grade? An 84.1, only 3.5 less than Cameron Jordan, and is up in that elite range. He has so much potential. That means that given the accumulative amount of snaps that Marcus Davenport played, he was rated an 84.1. If he could have just played, he played, I believe, 500 snaps, and Cameron Jordan played 900. He could have done so much more. If he didn't start the season splitting snaps with Trey Hendrickson and didn't end his season on IR, we could have seen a beast come out of Marcus Davenport. I have extremely high expectations for Davenport next year, and I think he will be another 10-sack man for New Orleans, complementing Cameron Jordan on the other side of that defensive line. I think this year he will finally show to everybody that he is worth those 2 first-round picks. I do believe he was on the way to showing it last year, but this year, I'm telling y'all, be excited about Marcus Davenport. Sheldon Rankins returning too, that's a big deal. Having a fully healthy offensive line will be absolutely amazing. I know we were missing Sheldon Rankins for 4 to 6 weeks at the beginning of the season, so having him all the way through, warming up early, and having Marcus Davenport playing in that starting position through the entirety of the year will be a game changer and can make that difference as to, if the New Orleans Saints can do enough defensively to make it to the Super Bowl or not. Be excited, people. This dude, Marcus Davenport, can play some football. The next thing I would like to talk about, I'm going to give you guys a few bursts of things to be excited about this season. Some things that I really cannot wait to see. The first thing I would like to mention is Jared Cook. Someone that was extremely underused in the wild card game for some reason. He's an absolute game changer. He's a baller. There's nothing else to say. Jared Cook faced injury and had to adjust to playing for the New Orleans Saints at the beginning of the year, but he ended up being great and being tied first on the team with touchdowns, that being 9. He accumulated 705 yards and 9 touchdowns. I promise you guys, next year, Jared Cook is going to hit the 1,000 yard and 10+ touchdown mark. I promise you, book it. If he doesn't, I'm an idiot. But I really have a strong feeling that getting Jared Cook implemented in this offense early on and throughout the entirety of the year is going to be a really big game-changing thing for the New Orleans Saints. I believe during the last 4 games of the season, Jared Cook scored 5 of his 9 touchdowns. So you got to believe that when given the correct opportunity, he's one of those players that just needs opportunity. He can really show. He made some really spectacular catches this season, was always reliable. There weren't many drops. It's just this dude can play football. He's a proven veteran. Jared Cook getting involved. He's only, I believe, 30-something years old. He's 30, but he's not like Benjamin Watson old. So he has plenty of years ahead of him. I definitely believe that, having Jared Cook is going to be something that changes this team completely. We just got to use him from start to finish. Now, the difference between the New Orleans Saints going 13-3 and losing in the wild card round and the New Orleans Saints winning the Super Bowl is a wide receiver. One thing I'm extremely excited about, and all of you should be too, is the Saints pursuing the need for a wide receiver in free agency in the draft. Whether it be free agency and we get someone like, Brashad Perriman, who I'm extremely high on, or we hit somebody in the draft like Justin Jefferson. There's somebody out there that we can take and that the Saints are going to be doing their due diligence on to sign and really change the way we play football. Oh, yeah. Drew Brees or Taysom Hill having multiple targets to throw to will definitely be an astonishing feat for the New Orleans Saints that will single-handedly increase our deadliness by 40%. Not having to spam Michael Thomas literally every single play is going to be something that elevates this team to a whole new level. I know Jared Cook took some of that pressure off of Michael Thomas, but him breaking the wide receiver reception record and having 1,700 yards in one season is great, but it should not be necessary for this offense to flow. We need to have players like maybe Keith Kirkwood step up or someone. I think that the New Orleans Saints hitting the market for a wide receiver and getting a wide receiver, which I know they will this offseason, is something to be extremely excited about. Like, just picture Drew Brees having more than one Pro Bowl contending wide receiver. Just think. Because Michael Thomas is the first Pro Bowl wide receiver that Drew Brees has ever had, believe it or not. You can look that up. That's a fact. So when you think about it, imagine if he had two of them. He makes his wide receivers, but sometimes his wide receivers are just really darn good. And Michael Thomas and Marcus Colston are really the only two that made that cutoff. We need a wide receiver, and I think this is the offseason we do it. Be extremely excited. Watch out for free agency. Watch out for the draft. It's coming. Another thing to be excited about is Taysom Hill's involvement. When asked about Taysom Hill, Drew Brees said, we need to get, okay, I'm going to read it right off the quote. We need to call plays that give us the best chance to win. If that means Taysom Hill takes 30 snaps a game, so be it. Drew Brees is willing to split snaps with Taysom Hill. Do you know what message that sends to Sean Payton? Taysom Hill will be involved much more next year, which has already been stated by Sean Payton, and that will just make our offense so much more unpredictable and so much more fun to watch. When you have players just, going in and out and doing all of these crazy things, the defense will never know what to expect. If we get another wide receiver, which I think we will, and we need to be excited about that, then this team is going to be on a whole nother level. I'm talking like some Harlem Globetrotters nonsense. It's going to be crazy. So 2020 is a brand new start. There are so many things to be excited about, more than what I listed, of course. We all know that. These are just some personal things that get me thinking and get me excited for the 2020 season. If there's anything else you are excited for, leave them down in the comment section below. Who dat, everybody? Thank you so much for sticking through this video if you made it this far. I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be in about 2 days from now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios.